You're human. I don't care how tough you think you are, you're human. And you have a brain, you have a mind that can be damaged. My name's Hardeep Dhaliwal. I've worked as a paramedic for 4 years. The last 35 years I've been an emergency medical dispatcher. Started part-time August of '78, and I worked on the ambulance as a paramedic for about 4 years. My first call was a bad accident, and that call I had dry heaves because it was a terrible call. But after that, I thought, hey, I can handle anything this job throws at me, right? I find that I love scenery and love the wildlife. As a paramedic, too many shifts in a row was tiring me out. And I wanted a regular shift pattern, so I got into dispatch. Dispatchers are actually your first responders. They're the first person that people talk to when they need help. And of course, at that time, the dispatcher has to calm the person to get the information and to assist that person, help the person in need, and that wears on you. Then you get the tragic event, like the ones that you don't really understand why it happened, and that's the one that got me. It was senseless. You just couldn't fathom why. It was a mass murder. As it turned out, it was the second worst mass murder in Canadian history. I think 12 people were shot. 9 of them passed away. And I thought the caller was about 9 years old. And right away, I'm starting to think, why does someone so young have to witness something like this? And then as she's describing, I'm trying to picture what she's describing. And that hits home. That call got me. Never knew nothing really about PTSD and all that before that. But ever since then, I know a lot about it. There was something wrong. I didn't really realize how bad it was until about a month later. I was so depressed, very low, and disengaged, I guess, from life. And I knew right then I needed to go and find out what's going on. I needed help. I was off for 3 months. I couldn't even look at the offices. If I had to drive by the dispatch center, I'd look the other way. That's how bad it was. There's a lot I don't remember about 2 or 3 years of my life after suffering this, and keep calling it a mental health injury. And I call it an injury because of that call. It's an injury to here, not a broken bone or a wrist or leg or whatever, right? It's an injury to the brain. Because of my extended career, a lot of people know me, but I don't think a lot of them knew what I was going through and what I had to deal with to get my job done. And for me to come out and talk about it, there's a lot of people, wow, he's able to do what he does, but he's suffering himself. It's not bad to talk about. It helps. It helps you heal by talking about it.
You too. Give me a hug. That's a good boy.
If you have to go on medication to make it through a day, do it. Whatever it takes to make it through the day. And it's a tough thing.
You're a good boy. Yeah. See? You're photogenic, aren't you?
There's people out there that say,
Going back to visit?
"Oh, suck it up." Stigma is like And that's a real bad thing to have, or bad thing for society to have. A lot of people will be concerned about people think I'm crazy or whatever, right? Because people don't understand. Cannot think anyone in this business is not going to have a mental health injury of some sort. Maybe minor, maybe really severe, but they're going to have it. You can't help not have it, because what we do is just that type of thing. I find myself trying to help others that I sense are going through it, and I try to, if nothing else, I recognize that you're hurting. Sometimes that's all it takes to that person suffering. Hey, somebody recognize I'm hurting bad. It's a real injury, and each individual is different. Something that might affect me might not affect you, but it affects you, right? And we should be there, from training, from support to work safe. Yeah. And you got to have all that in place, because it's going to happen more and more and more, even just with the stresses of life, period. People going through a lot in their personal lives, they come to work and have a tragic event, and it's just going to magnify it. You got to push yourself out there. You got to do stuff that you enjoy. Sometimes I'll take a drive. I'll take a drive out in the bush and I reflect, and that's how I wind down and just, think. And I hope people understand that and realize that they can do it. They can get better. They might not be like they used to be. And I don't think they will ever be like that. Going through that, I won't be. But, yeah, you can make it through life. You can enjoy life. You're strong. You got support. There's going to be more help. Look for it. If you don't want to do it for yourself, do it for all your family and friends around you. Right? But most importantly, do it for yourself. You're number one. Get healthy so you can help others.